Last but not least,
Boom! You don't know a saying from anything or anything. Football podcast. Yeah? Just want to take the time out to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I also want to take the time out to thank all who support the movement, anything or anything. You see me I say? We really appreciate it and we're going to continue to put out the great work, put out the hard work. You see, it not stop us, so grow the channel. Yeah? Yeah, man. Blessings, eh? Happy holidays. Boom.
them think me the done. Them think me the done. Hey, we just a come. We just a come. Hey. So welcome back to the Anything and Anything Football Podcast. Thank you for joining us again once more. Well, thank you for joining me as the podcast other half is not here. Sian is busy with, Christmas festivities. So the World Cup is done. Let's switch focus to the English Premier League. What's hot and what's not. Yeah. Let's discuss all the transfer rumors that's been going around. Starting off with Liverpool. Big up all the Liverpool fans out there. Liverpool in the chase for English international Jude Bellingham. No plies his trade for Borussia Dortmund out there in Germany. Had a real good World Cup. Unfortunate that they exited so early, so we couldn't get to see more of him. But yeah, really good young prospect for the game for England, and it looks in not too short order Liverpool. But as I said, it's just rumors. Reading from caughtoffside.com. In regards to what would be the best move for Jude, only he would know. But I would say he would need to take into consideration what he wants to accomplish in the short term, and is Liverpool a viable vehicle for him to accomplish those goals. So again, is Liverpool the right fit for him? Is Liverpool going to help him to accomplish what he wants to accomplish in the short term, right? These are the lines that I think he should be thinking. More than likely, he would have people around him to help him to make this decision, given that he's still young and he has a lot to accomplish. So making a bad move right now could stifle his game, if you get what I'm saying. Say he moves to a club that doesn't play his style of football or doesn't suit him. So all those things should be taken into consideration. But enough about Jude. Let's see now. Who else? Liverpool and Tottenham chase after Inter Milan defender Milan Skriniar. We don't really have much to speak about that where that's concerned. I know Tottenham has a few defenders already, even though they still don't have that much depth. Just like Liverpool. Liverpool has good defenders, but the likes of Joel Matip, these guys are aging right now, so who to tell? I'm not sure where he's gonna end up, and I'm not really that interested, to be honest. Now, my club is always linked with a whole bunch of personnels. Right now, the latest one is a 30 million valued offensive player called Benoit. No, that's Benoit. Okay, Benoit Badachail. Benoit Badachail, and also a few more. I'm not sure how far that one is, but I hear, according to Mr. Fabrizio Romano, we've already reached agreement with Ivorian international David Fofana, and we're also in for the likes of Vasco da Gama Brazilian player Andrea Santos. Yeah, and a whole host of others. Holland international Denzel Dumfries is also linked to Manchester United. I think that would be a decent transfer for Man U if they do get him. I obviously wouldn't want them to get him, being as though, I'm not a Manchester United supporter. I don't even like Manchester United fans. Don't have a problem with the club that much, but the fans. Yeah, so he would be a good addition to the squad, to the Premier League. He's a real exciting modern day right wing back. That's basically it for transfer news, transfer rumors. Into tomorrow's Boxing Day fixtures. Always exciting fixtures. Brentford versus Tottenham. First game that will be played 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern Central Time. I would say my prediction for that one, which I've already written down some of these, with what's happening surrounding Brentford's star striker Ivan Toney, with all the gambling, illegal betting rumors, and I won't expound on that as I don't want to focus on any negatives on this channel. So moving right along, I just hope he gets back to playing soccer and focuses on the game as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm not sure how much that is going to affect this game, but I still see Tottenham beating them 2-0. Could say comfortably, but let's see if Brentford actually give them more to think about. The next one, Leicester City and Newcastle. Newcastle, hats off to Eddie Howe, has transformed this team since he came in, since he got the aid of the new owners. He's been doing really well. Leicester is a funny team in this one because, all of Leicester's games pretty much start 1-1 because they always find a way to score, but they don't keep clean sheets. So I'm going to go with Newcastle 2-1 in this one. I'm going to go with Newcastle 2-1 in this one. Crystal Palace Fulham. CP versus Fulham. Willian at them. Crystal Palace are home. Mitrovic playing away. What can Zaha do? Crystal Palace hasn't been having the best seasons, and I don't think Vieira has had the best start to this season at all. But given though it's a home game for them, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Crystal Palace. Easy 1-0. And that's because I think maybe Mitrovic doesn't start for Fulham given his slight injury concerns, which I'm not sure if he got over before he even reached the World Cup, and he played in the World Cup. So let's see how that one goes. Everton Wolves, definitely a game that I won't be watching. Two lackluster teams, even though Wolves has gotten a new coach in Julian Lopetegui, former Spanish and Real Madrid coach, ex-Sevilla boss as well. But I'm not sure how these teams are going to fare out against each other. Everton at home, I'd say a 1-0, a 1-1 in this game. Moving right along, Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Now, this is a game that I would watch. Baller like Leon Bailey run out against the Reds. Pops, who you say? Liverpool every time. Two love? Alright, Pops said two love. And what you say? I am going to go with Liverpool should be able to get the better of Aston Villa, even though they haven't been having the best of seasons. Let's see if they're going to kickstart it now, midway through. So I am going to give them a 3-1 win. Leon Bailey to score for Aston Villa, of course. Yeah. Boom, bang. Next fixture is going to be a 12:30 fixture between Chelsea and Bournemouth. No, Chelsea, no, I don't know. I can't predict these guys. These guys' games. They are not in the best of form. I think they've been all over the place since the season has started, even with the change of manager, such the likes. But I still obviously think they should get the better of Bournemouth, given that Bournemouth just came back to the Premier League. Even though they have been playing decent football, decent attacking football, I should say. Chelsea at home, the Bridge. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win. I don't see Chelsea keeping a clean sheet, sad to say. Well, the way how I'm going is gonna be a not so exciting Boxing Day, because normally we see a lot of goals on Boxing Days, and these predictions, I think it's only one game that I've predicted a team to score 3 goals. But anyway, moving along, Arsenal, West Ham, league leaders Arsenal coming up against their London rivals, West Ham, Clareton Blue. Okay, how do I see these one faring out? Arsenal is going to be without Gabriel Jesus, their focal point. But can Eddie Nketiah prove himself to be a worthy substitute for Gabriel? West Ham, inconsistent. That's all I can say about West Ham. Still see a win for Arsenal. I'm going to give them a slim 1-0 win. A slim 1-0 win. Okay. Man U versus Nottingham Forest. Man U hasn't been having the best of seasons. Let me just leave it there. And I don't mind it. Yeah. Let me word it that way. They haven't been having the best of seasons. And I'm kind of enjoying it. Yeah. Let me put it that way. Nottingham has been having a slight resurgence with the likes of Gibbs White coming into the fold and showing what he can do. The former Wolves guy, Morgan Gibbs White. Let's see what he can do against Man U. It's gonna be hard to predict this one, man. It's hard to predict this one. I'm gonna go with an upset in this one. Yeah, let me gun after Man U. Let me say a 2-1 upset to Nottingham Forest. Last but not least, last but not least, Leeds United versus Manchester City. Yes, so Erling Haaland playing against a team he admires in the likes of Leeds United. He has been a long time fan of them. So let's see how bad he does them in Jamaican terms. Make we see how him do them, him team, him like so much. Not sure how much that would be on his mind going into the game. I think a guy like that just wants to score goals and help his team in the best way as possible. So it's up to Leeds to come with their game plan and up to City to go with their game plan. Because no match in the Premier League is an easy match. But still going with City 2-0 win. 2-0 win to City. So there you have it for my fixtures and predictions. Alright, moving on. What should we move on to the standings? Let's see. Do you guys see anything changing because of the World Cup or due to the World Cup? Major injuries that may cause a shift in the table, because right now Arsenal is number 1, Man City is in 2nd, Newcastle 3rd, Tottenham in 4th, Man U in 5th, not sure how they are in 5th, Liverpool in 6th, Brighton 7, Chelsea 8, and Fulham, Brentford rounds off the top 10 respectively. So Chelsea all the way down in 8th. Brighton, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, and Newcastle all above them. Not a good season so far for Chelsea and Chelsea fans, but we're going to definitely build on that for sure. Arsenal, to maintain that lead, I do think they need Gabriel Jesus back as quickly as possible. Not to say Eddie can't bang in him 1-2 goal. I do think he's a goal scorer and he can prove himself in the Premier League. He has scored in the Premier League. He has been scoring in the Premier League when he gets his chances. City 5 points adrift. Newcastle, I still expect Newcastle to continue marching on and doing their thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they really grab one of the top 4 spots. Comfortably, but not so comfortable in 3rd, as there are still a lot of games left to be played. So with the way they have been performing, I would say they are going to finish in the top 4. I would like to see them finish in the top 4, to be honest, because Chelsea is looking way out of depth. Tottenham, Man U, and Liverpool, they all look a bit wobbly. And you have the likes of Brighton and teams like, Brentford in the mix, but I'm not sure how much of a fight Brentford is going to put up, but definitely, and even Brighton, because they changed coach, so it's definitely going to be between the big 6, the Chelsea, Liverpool, the Man U, the Tottenham. You see, no, I'm calling Newcastle a big 6, and they weren't even in the talk a season ago. Just to show you the good work Coach Eddie Howe has came in and done for Newcastle. But yeah, if not top 4, I would say top 6 for Newcastle. Definitely top 6. Right? And I will save my predictions for the final end of the season when Sian is back, because I think that would add for a more interesting conversation. Maybe coming the next in the next video we drop. So look out for that one. And yeah, pretty much I hopped on here to update you guys on what has been happening. I see a slightly different backdrop. It might be like this the next time, but going forward, we're gonna have things look a little bit different, I say. So yeah, again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for everybody. Thank you for joining us. And if there is anything I haven't touched on, you guys could let me know so I could touch on it on the next show, okay? So that's anything football podcast, football channel signing out. Boom, bang, bang.